This is Circa Survive, and you're watching PitCam.
On a boat.
Hi, I'm Lona from PitCam, and we're here today with the band from Circa Survive.
Hello.
Hey.
Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Anthony.
I'm Steve. Colin.
Brendan. Nick.
So before we start the interview, we have a question from friends of yours from Anberlin.
Circa Survive. My question for you is why you guys are so much better than us and put out better albums.
It's real simple. No, I don't think we're any better than them. I think they're amazing at what they do, and yeah, I don't think we're any better than them. But that's nice of him to say.
We were just born this way.
Yeah, we can't help it.
It's a gift that they don't have.
We got to play with them at a festival recently in America, and they were incredible to watch.
I heard their new album's supposed to be really good.
And he's way bigger than us, so I'm not saying shit.
If you guys were a porn star, what would be your porn star name?
Anthony Green.
Yeah, I think I have a pretty good porn star name. I just changed the Anthony to Tony.
Tony Green.
Tony Greenschlong.
Yeah, you gotta do that middle name and then your first street address.
Oh yeah.
Which mine is Elliot Hastings, which is pretty good.
Pat Dutch.
What do you got? What's the cheesiest line that you guys use to pick up girls, especially since you're on tour, like in other countries?
Married, girlfriend, engaged,
Yeah.
married.
Okay, next question.
That question's for him.
Yeah.
He says Shonen Titten.
I'm married, so like the closest thing that comes to is just me begging for a back rub. Please rub my back.
Okay, and we also asked the fans to pick a song from each of your albums, and then you guys have to explain why you wrote it and what like inspired you and what's the meaning of it. So your first album, tell me if I'm saying it wrong, Chaturna? Yeah, I'm saying it right?
Good.
Okay, good. The song that they picked was Stop the Fucking Car.
I think that like you know this might fuck up your questions about these songs a little bit, but like we generally don't like to get too into the meanings behind the songs. We use a lot of like symbolism in our music, and I feel like if to be too straightforward, just it kind of just erases all mystery behind the song, and it's harder for people then to create their own interpretation and really delve into their own perception of the song. So we generally don't like to get into talking too much about what the meanings of songs are. But the title came from a time where me and Colin were tripping on mushrooms. I'll say that.
So your new album, Blue Sky Noise, why should people buy it? What makes it such a great album that you think people should get
Better
it?
than Anberlin.
Nate says so.
You know, it's hard to make that argument, I think. You know, if people want to buy it, they'll buy it. If they don't want to, they'll steal it. If they don't care enough to steal it, then maybe they'll just hear it in someone's car. But for us, you know, we put a lot of energy into it. It's honest music. It's music that means a lot to us, and you know, it's coming from a place where we're trying to express something and kind of create something meaningful. So it's a lot more than just trying to put out a product. And for anyone that's into that kind of thing, I think they might find something that they'd, you know, be into.
Yeah, it's hard to tell people why they should get something or purchase something that's such a subjective art. Hopefully they would get it because they hear it and they like it. I think there's a lot of artists that put a lot of themselves into their music, and it doesn't necessarily mean everybody's going to like it. So you just have to hope that they like it.
Would you say you're the most satisfied with this album than the other two?
I would, yeah.
How do you react to people that think you guys are like a god? Obsessed fans, for example, or just people that...
I think we try to focus specifically on those people and letting them know that there's like no difference between us or anybody in a band that they might admire, and their best friends and their brothers and themselves. It's really important for us, I think, to let everybody know that they can do this if they want to. It just doesn't make us special. That we did this because we put ourselves out on the limb. We took risks to do what we wanted to do, and they can do that too. What they see in us that they admire is freedom, and if they're recognizing it in us, they have it within themselves. So I think we try to focus on those people, letting them know that we're just like them.
Have you guys ever had an obsessed fan?
Once or twice.
What was like the craziest thing what's the farthest a fan has gone? Where you were just kind of like, okay.
Sneak backstage last night that I talked to for a little while because I just admired the fact that he snuck backstage. But we had this person. I won't get too into it because I don't want to hurt their feelings if they ever find out we talked about this. We had a person just like try to break into a record store that we were, doing a performance in, and then come back the next day, and it was just like an ordeal. They had to call the police on them.
We also had somebody try to convince our bus driver that they were riding on the bus with us at 6 in the morning when we were all sleeping.
How? Just saying
she said she was my girlfriend.
Yeah.
We were all sleeping, and the bus driver comes back in the morning. So she waited until the bus driver came back, and when the bus driver came on, she tried to just walk on the bus. And he was like, "Who are you?" And she was just like, "Oh, I'm with Anthony." And he was just like, and I was in the front lounge and woke up, and I was like, "No, she's not. Go, 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 go!" And he just drove away, and she's like banging on the door while we're pulling away. It was pretty scary.
Be careful, your bus is pretty close to the club here too.
Kind of. Inflated my ego a little bit. She was crazy, but it still made me feel good about myself.
And since you guys tour a lot with other bands and you're a lot with each other, what's the best prank or the funniest prank that you guys have either done on each other or to another band?
I got covered in head to toe in black Sharpie marker once because I fell asleep in the front lounge. A gentleman named Adam from a band called Killswitch Engage basically came onto our bus on Warped Tour and found me asleep and just went to town. I had penises drawn all over my entire body. I found messages on my socks days later that said "I love boys." It was yeah.
And Anthony and I were sitting up front when he woke up, and we were like, "Oh!" Just started running away. Had to run and like dive into our bunks.
We all got the wrath of it because none of us stopped him. None of us stopped
my
him.
family didn't protect me. They let a stranger come in and just ruin my body.
Yeah. When Adam D wants to Sharpie someone up, man, even if it's your fucking mother, you gotta let him. There's no stopping him.
Have you guys played any pranks on anyone or on each other?
We just played with a band called the Deer Hunter, and we drew like a really gigantic penis and put it as their backdrop for the last couple songs on their set.
It said Dick Hunter.
It said Dick Hunter.
And then they sold it at their merch table for $20.
Yeah, they sold it. I think they sold it for
in the end.
Yeah.
I'm playing a prank right now because I know that back at the venue, right next to the coffee, there's this huge container of white stuff that you would think to be sugar, but it's actually salt. And I put that in my coffee and almost threw up this morning. But I'm waiting for one of the guys in our crew, Scott. I know he's gonna get some coffee, and I'm not gonna tell him about it. And I know he's gonna do it. So
we played with Saves the Day years ago, and we all just got like pretty much naked and came out on stage during their set and just took their instruments off.
A talent
and,
show, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a girl come out like with a scorecard, and it was pretty fun.
Everybody,
weirdest ideas we've ever had.
Everybody was half naked.
Was it like a huge crowd?
Yeah. It was
sold out.
It was like a sold out show at a big venue. And they came off stage to do their encore, and then we went up and just started talking,
Like
and
1,000
dancing.
people
I'm sure a lot of girls wet their pants.
They were just like, what's happening?
He just took over the stage like an MC. It was the most bizarre thing I think I've ever seen. I was filming it from the crowd, so I was just like, what?
We gotta find that footage.
We definitely have
It's
it.
on YouTube.
We'll make sure to look it up.
Search Circa Survive in their
Ruined Saves the Day
underpants.
set.
So that was our last question.
Okay.
Thank you for making it through this interview with us.
No problem. Sorry that we didn't answer those questions about
No,
what
it's
songs are
alright.
about.
We don't want to force you guys. We'll just cut that out.
Thanks for
Pretend we
letting us
never
on
asked
the boat.
it.
Yeah, thanks for letting us hang out on a boat.
We were
This is cool.
down. I was down here last time. Like, oh, I wish I could go on that boat.
Now you're here.
But